to meet you. What's been going on?
I've been trying to have a serious talk with John for weeks, but he keeps evading me.
Abigail, I've been busy.
You always used to have time for me, even when you were in France.
Well, you're here to talk now. What's your first issue?
I'm worried about our younger son, Charles. He's turning to the bottle far too often.
What do you want me to do about that?
Spend some time with him. Offer fatherly guidance. You were always so devoted to John Quincy. I think Charles felt neglected. Now look at him. He's a mess.
Are you blaming me for the fact that our son's a deadbeat?
Wait a minute. It sounds like you harbor some resentment towards your husband. Do you think it extends beyond his treatment of Charles?
What reason does she have to resent me? I've brought honor to the name of Adams, tirelessly sacrificed myself for my country overseas and in Congress, and provided for her all these years.
But John, despite our constant exchange of letters, I feel you don't really listen to me. You did nothing to aid the cause of women when you helped write the Constitution, even when I specifically asked for you to remember the ladies. My sisters and I are in only a slightly better position than we were under the odious British rule. Where's our education? Where's our inalienable rights?
Abby, darling, I tried.
You were eager to push for calling our chief executive His Highness, President of the United States, and protector of the rights of the same. But you couldn't be bothered to include women in even a footnote.
Abigail, thank you for your honesty. John, how do you feel about what your wife just said?
I feel remorseful. Faithful Abigail, I had no idea of your vexation. Let me make it up to you with a vacation in Quincy for the two of us.
That's not quite how conflict
John,
resolution
your
works.
vacations are another problem. You spend so much time in Massachusetts, away from your seat in the White House, that your foes call you incompetent. You need to show them how capable you are. I'm tired of seeing you run away from your problems, whether it involves our marriage or the diplomatic crisis with France you effectively ignored.
Can we please get back to talking about feelings? I did not come out of retirement to talk about more politics.
Come out of retirement? What set you into it in the first place?
It's a long story. In fact, it involves some ex-colleagues of yours. Do you think your troubled past is the cause of your cynical and combative nature?
What on earth are you talking about, you imbecile? I don't have a combative nature. Is this an affront to my honor?
Your boss seems to think otherwise. In fact, Mr. Washington has recommended that I bring Mr. Jefferson in so that you two can resolve your differences. Mr. Jefferson, thank you so much for coming in. Now, what, in your opinion, has the issue at the heart of the discord between you and Mr. Hamilton?
The extent of powers delegated to the
federal government.
The states must always take precedence to prevent tyranny.
Are you kidding? A strong central government is the only defense against mob rule.
Gentlemen, I statements, please.
I feel perturbed by Colonel
General
Hamilton's conviction that corruption is essential to the government of a nation and his apparent desire to manipulate the legislature using the public debt.
You twist my words. It is well known that men are more likely to put effort into safekeeping a government if they themselves have a stake in it.
Gentlemen.
Hamilton is an England-loving monarchist. He said so himself that the presidency should be a hereditary position.
Oh my God, that was one time!
You want to control the whole government.
You want to destroy it.
Please, be quiet. Now, Mr. Hamilton, if you can't find common ground, perhaps you can find some in your personal lives.
I have nothing in common with this vain, pretentious aristocrat. I am but a common farmer.
Jefferson, you spend more on wine than I have in my entire bank account, and I made the bank.
A fiendish, soulless political machine, that bank.
Okay. Enough talk about finance. You both have people you love, don't you? Hamilton, you seem devoted to your wife, Eliza. And Jefferson, you never remarried after the death of your wife, Martha. You must have been very lonely without her.
Only until her half-sister hit 15. How are Sally and the kids, Jefferson? Given any thought to, I don't know, freeing them from slavery?
At least I was never an adulterer. You think I've forgotten your well-publicized affair with Mrs. Reynolds? Poor, faithful Eliza.
It was your pet newspapers that drew on the subject for so long.
You published a 95-page pamphlet that told the whole story in excruciating detail. My friends in the papers just paraphrased.
At least I came clean.
This is going nowhere. If you two can't get along, you can start a decades-long tradition of bipartisan enmity.
It's all the fault of this devious little peacock's plot to undermine our glorious Republican system and replace it with a corrupt, elitist imitation of Britain.
It's all the fault of this idealist pipe dream of an agrarian republic.
Domineering windbag.
Equivocating scoundrel!
The Constitution doesn't say you can do that.
It doesn't say you can't either.
I quit.
You're just jealous because Washington likes me better.